Such an icy face with cool blue eyes. Eyes that I got lost in. And I could see his angry frown, and I just wanted to stick my tongue between his lips. Oh! Hi guys, I just want to take a second to thank all my patrons here who have donated to me. No matter how much they've donated to me, it really means a lot to me. And if you guys want, you can check out my Patreon and help support me continue to make yaoi videos. Thanks guys. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Chasing the Stars. In the last episode, we were dumped by our boyfriend because we never let him come in bed. And I think our character has really grown, the MC has. And I also don't think there's any way to change this resolution. Not that I know of. So I guess we're just gonna have to deal with this really wonky resolution, I guess. It's already dark outside, so that means I've been working on the calculations for a good number of hours. Frustrated, I ping Paul. It's not that late, so he's probably studying too. I guess I'm just gonna be continually switching off Paul and Paul. I can't keep it consistent. Hi, how are those numbers going? I called him earlier to let him know the news, very excitedly by the prospect. All my excitement has vanished by now, unfortunately. They're simply not going anywhere. How come? What's the problem? The problem is, Dr. Russell was only mocking me by offering me this chance. I lack a good amount of relevant data. Without that, I can't accomplish the task. It's impossible. Oh. I should have known better. Of course he wouldn't give me another chance. What was I thinking? He just wanted to mock me. I bet he's looking forward to seeing me tomorrow in his office and laughing at my face. Man, I feel so helpless, so frustrated. So what are you going to do? There's nothing else to do. This is the end. Are you giving up then? Yes? I don't really want to end up with a professor, I don't think. So maybe if I give up, I won't end up with him? I don't know. There's nothing else I can do to get that scholarship back. I know it. So I'll have to wait until a new chance comes. There's no other way. I'm a brilliant student, so I know someone else will think of me and offer another position. Yes, I'm so brilliant. How could more positions just not be offered to me on a silver platter? The months pass by and I finally graduate with the best grades in the year. What? Oh, okay. There's a big time skip. Am I gonna get a bad ending already just for saying I'm giving up? A couple of teachers approached me and offered to supervise my PhD. I hesitated at first. They both work in resource management, and that's great, but it's not related to work any other place than on Earth. In the end, I accept one of the offers because I don't have anything else. I work hard on my doctoral thesis. If I graduate with honors, I'm sure I'll be able to ask for a job in Alaya in a satellite city. My job inquiries come back empty, and none of my applications in space are accepted. I don't want to think about it, but I have the vague idea that Dr. Russell's word is behind this lack of success. Yeah, he's just so bored. He's just out there being like, don't hire this guy named Turst. Like, doesn't he have better things to do? Does he really have time to spread these rumors over an entire fucking 2 planets and like satellite cities? Like, I don't think so. He's one of the most important figures in our field after all, and his shadow is long, as is his dick. I end up landing a good job as the head of a project managing the meager natural resources of a desert area in Africa and trying to turn it into a habitable and sustainable place. It's a fulfilling job, and it turns my lifelong project, one that will take years, efforts, and tears to be successful, okay? At the end of my life, many years in the future, I feel generally content with what I've achieved. But I can't help but feel a soft pain and constant bitterness when I think about space, about a lion and the other planets that humankind managed to conquer without me. You have reached N1! Damn scholarship! It's just those... I mean, it starts out in caps, and it's red. It just seems very aggressive. Yeah, we did it, guys! Well, I really had a lot of fun playing Chasing the Stars with you guys. I really liked it. Yeah, so I would say it was a pretty good game. I mean, I didn't even last long enough to see this third character up here in the top left, but hey, who cares about that, right? I mean, I think that this was a pretty good run. All right, well, guess that's all there's from Chasing the Stars. Literally. Can I not skip these? It does not seem to want to let me skip this. Well, I guess we just have to sit through it. Let's enjoy this music. Okay, that took a while. Guess we're just gonna do what we gotta do. Alright, fine, I won't give up. Ugh. I can't think of anything else to do. I've tried and I failed. I shake my head, distressed. I don't know, Paul. I don't want to give up, that's for sure, but I don't know what to do either. What if this lack of data is part of your test? So, what if back in the professor's office I decided to give up then? Would I have also gotten a game over? I don't know. I raise an eyebrow at this. What do you mean? I know it's on purpose. Dr. Russell knows perfectly well I can't do the calculations without it. Can't you find that data online? No, I have all the public domain details about Alaya, so I would know where to look if that was the case. But we're talking about data that still hasn't been made it to scientific magazines. It hasn't been disclosed. So right now only Dr. Russell's inner team knows about it. Paul is silent. He seems to hesitate, then speaks. Then that means you need to access the source, Dr. Russell's computer. What? Of course, Dr. Russell must have anticipated that you would break into his office, steal data from his computer to do this. Of course, what else could it be? I rub my temples. I'm too frustrated and tired to follow his thoughts. Perhaps the small amount of sleep I had last night is taking its toll on me. Could you enter his office tonight and look for that data yourself? Enter Dr. Russell's office and search his computer? Paul, are you out of your mind? You asked me that a lot lately, so who knows, perhaps. My mind starts racing while I stare at Paul's smiling face. He's right, I could sneak inside the labs. They're empty at night, and the key isn't so hard to find. I only have to locate the broom closet of that area. So we're really breaking in? I don't think this is what Dr. Russell intended. I bet the cleaners keep a master key there because they have a high shift turnover. What do you say then? Well, we'll do it. He frowns. We? Of course, there's security in the labs, cameras and a guard. I need someone who can keep watch while I search the office. Paul doesn't seem very happy with the idea. Hey, it was your plan, now you can't step back and leave me on my own. Okay. Oh my god, I hope the punishment for being caught inside a teacher's office is an expulsion. I've almost finished my major. I keep my mouth shut, but in fact I think there's a very high chance of that being exactly the punishment. Did my game freeze? Oh my god. Okay. Of course, we just need to not get caught and everything will be alright. We meet half an hour later. That's so weird. This is just a real background, isn't it? That's so weird looking. Okay, whatever. We tell the janitor I forgot my house keys at my department and I can't go back home without them because I live on my own. I mean, usually when they use real backgrounds, they like add a filter to it and they blur it. But this just looks like they straight up took a picture of a real background and did nothing to it. I don't know. I need to stop paying attention to this. He acquiesces and opens the environmental engineering department for us. We find ourselves in a dark corridor with doors along both sides. The janitor reminded us that the main labs, the one undergraduates usually use, will be open. We go up past them until we reach the area that the teachers' offices and the smaller, more private labs. Do you know exactly where we're going? We're searching for a broom closet or some kind of utility room. There must be a set of keys there. But I don't know which one of these doors leads to it. So we're trying all the doors without a name on them. Oh, there! Camera! 2 fixed cameras point at the main angles of the corridor. We walk glued to the walls until we pass them. There's another one at the end of the corridor. Of course I sigh, annoyed. This is a waste of time. We could just force the office's lock. I glare at him. I look around us and inspiration suddenly hits me. Of course, I'm so stupid. Why? I run to the toilet, not bothering to hide myself from the cameras. After all, the janitor knows we're here, and it's just a toilet, right? Oh, I should have guessed. Of course. There's a built-in closet in one of the walls, barely visible. I've never noticed it before, but it makes sense the broom closet is here. I feel along the crack of the closet. The lock is rather concealed and there's no knob, but the door is clearly locked. Shit. Paul knocks on the door. The wood doesn't sound very thick. How do you feel about forcing this one? I shrug. Why not? It's just a closet door. They can't expel us for it. It takes a lot of strength and a pocket knife for a lever, but the door's hinges finally give out. I think they could expel us for breaking in. Damn it. Testing. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. 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 It takes a lot of strength and a pocket knife for a lever, but the door's hinges finally give out. Paul and I lift and slide it out of the frame, resting it against the wall. And there it is, among all the cleaning products, a set of keys hanging from a nail. We share a wide grin and take the keys with us. The wood is a bit open now, but it's not broken. I bet if we put the door again on its hinges, nobody will notice tomorrow. It's broken. Oh wait, you said it's not broken. Okay, I guess. I raise my eyebrows in disbelief. Once we hang the door again, the wood of the place we had used for leverage is a bit swollen. But otherwise, there's no trace of it being forced. We'll take the keys back when we're done, after all. There's only one set of them. With a little luck, nobody has to know about this. Right. We go back to the main corridor and avoid the cameras by going to the offices area through the main lab instead. Only one of the keys looks like a master key, since the others are smaller, like the ones for lockers. I take a deep breath before trying it in Dr. Russell's office. There's no backing out now. Oh, yeah, come closer. Come closer, Paul. It's cool. It works! Shh, be quiet. We haven't seen any security guards yet. They can still be around. I bet they're having a nap in front of the camera's feed. I smirk, picturing that in my mind. I close the door behind me and switch the lights on. Watch the door, please. Listen carefully in case someone comes. Paul gives me a thumbs up and I hurry to sit at the desk. While the computer starts up, the realization of being in Dr. Russell's office hits me. I was here this same afternoon under completely different circumstances. Dr. Russell is sitting here. These are his personal belongings. Actually, there's hardly anything personal in this room. No pictures, or plants, or whatever. I open the drawers feeling curious. So what? Are we just snooping on his life now? What are we here for? I open the drawers feeling curious. The top one remains locked, but the others contain the usual stationery stuff. I'm tempted to steal a pen, but I refrain, feeling dumb. What is going through our mind? Focus! You're here to search for data! As I feared, a white square appears on the computer screen, blocking all access. Please enter the password! Very polite, yes, but I have no idea what the password might be. It didn't sound polite. I look around the office, searching for inspiration. Paul tilts his head and offers me a questioning look, but he says nothing, leaving it to me. Okay, so I guess we have some options. Wait, were those not options? What were they? What happened? I don't know what just happened. What's going on? Nothing's happening. Oh, am I supposed to look around? Was those directions? I did not read them. All I read was look around. I guess that's... Well, there's at least 2 things we can look at, I guess. Oh, there's 3. 4. Wait, I think I saw 4. Yeah, there's like 2 drawers. Let's look at this first. Only one of the cupboards seems to be of any interest. When I open it, a metallic glint greets my eyes. Trophies! In this day and age, I study the well-arranged cups and medals. They're all from academic contests, some math quizzes for first-year students, and things like that. But I can't see any word that could work as a password, so I close the cupboard after a short inspection. Okay, look around the room and search for clues. Okay. Don't need the exclamation point. What? Relax. I didn't click on the computer or anything. What was up with that? I rummage through the papers in the upper drawer. Most of them are old essays from students. I doubt I'll find any kind of password here, so I give up and close the drawer after a short while. Alright, you don't need to remind me every time, and you don't have to tell me about the password every time. There's a little pile of books inside the drawer, all with notes written and bookmarks peeking out of the edges. This seems to be promising. Perhaps Dr. Russell used a sentence or a key word from one of these books for his password. A quick look tells me all the books are engineering related, mostly the textbooks we use in class, or as a usual reference. All but one, a collection of Sherlock Holmes stories. I remember Dr. Russell commented once or twice that he's a great fan of Sherlock Holmes and his analytic method. I take the book on my hands and skim through the pages, examining the bookmarks. None of them seem to be written on. I bite my lower lip, frustrated. The book is the only thing that could be a clue, and it turns out I've only got plain text. It would be easier if there was a handwritten note in it, but no. Think, what do I know about Dr. Russell? He's clever, okay, everyone knows that. But I'd say he thinks he's the cleverest person in the world, not exactly humble this one. So perhaps he would choose Holmes as password, since Sherlock Holmes was also a genius and had no modesty at all. I'm not sure, I haven't read Sherlock Holmes stories since I was a kid anyway. But I should solve this quickly. The more time we spend here, the greater chance of being noticed. Wow, well let's ask Paul. We didn't even check this box up here, though. Paul is a historian, after all. He might be more versed on Sherlock Holmes than me. Paul, do you remember who's the cleverest character in the Sherlock Holmes stories? Holmes, or perhaps Moriarty, the baddie? What? Ah, Moriarty is a genius, but Holmes beat him in the end. However, Holmes admits on one occasion that his brother Mycroft is more intelligent than him. Really? Yes, but... I turned when I was going to write the password, annoyed. But what? In fact, the only person who beats Holmes in the whole canon stories is a woman. Irene Adler, who Holmes calls from then on the woman. So, who is more intelligent, Mycroft or Irene? He shrugs, leaving the decision to me. After all, it's not who is the most clever, but who Dr. Russell might think it was. Oh, shite! I don't know. Don't we at least have 3 chances before the computer locks us out? Let's see. This is a BL game, so we can just rule out the woman. Okay. He wouldn't choose something as obvious as Holmes, so how about you just go Mycroft? Nothing happens. Oh shit! Just that stupid question appearing again. Please enter the password! Okay, I'll enter it. The white square disappears, and the access to the folders is unlocked. Yes! I start to run, my eyes all over the files of the computer. There are a lot of folders and subfolders, as his desk previously informed me. Dr. Russell is a very efficient and tidy person, so of course everything is in its right place. The missing data is easier to locate this way. It doesn't take me more than 3 minutes to find the data and start to copy it into my memory bracelet. What the hell? It's done? So fast? I smile proudly at him while turning the computer off again. Of course, what did you expect? I was born to be a secret agent, you know. What does that make me? You're Robin? Don't upgrade me from secret agent to superhero so fast, please. Well, I don't see myself as Q. I don't know what Q is. We open the office door and come face to face with a young man. Oh shit! Crap. Perhaps we should have waited a bit for congratulating ourselves. I've seen him around. I think, isn't he a PhD student? He's a bit older than me, that's for sure, and we haven't met in any class.
And what exactly are you doing in the labs at night?
His voice is harsh, and for a moment Paul and I stay there frozen, not knowing what to do or what to say.
Are you thieves? I'm calling security.
No? No, please. Look, we have a very logical reason to be here, I swear.
He crosses his arms and stares at me, as if inviting me to go on and demonstrate that.
I lost my keys in Dr. Russell's office this afternoon, and I can't enter my apartment without them.
And how did you open the office's door?
The janitor gave us the key, see? We're going to give it back to him now.
I show him the key set, but he raises an eyebrow in disbelief. It's obvious he's not buying a single word.
He was busy and couldn't come with us to the office.
The guy doesn't even look at Paul, and instead keeps staring at me with an icy face. Such an icy face with cool blue eyes. Eyes that I got lost in. And I could see his angry frown, and I just wanted to stick my tongue between his lips. Oh! I bet he's mentally counting up to 10 before he runs towards the alarm button. What? Why? He's just a PhD student. Literally, leave me alone.
Okay, I'll tell you the truth.
I raise my hand in surrender.
Dr. Russell gave me a task, and if I'm able to accomplish it, I'll get a position on his team.
Tears!
No, it's alright, Paul. The task was impossible to do, because there was some missing data. And we think it was on purpose.
The guy's face twitches, but he remains silent.
So we've come here to retrieve the data. That's all. I swear we haven't touched anything else in Dr. Russell's office or in the labs.
We haven't stolen anything at all. We were going to return the keys right now.
Paul's voice sounds so whiny. Am I crazy? It does. It sounds really whiny. The guy clicks his tongue and looks aside.
All right.
He believes us? He speaks so quietly that I can barely hear him. Suddenly he looks me in the eye again.
You're right. The missing data was on purpose. Dr. Rosal often does that as part of the test. He wants to see how resourceful and determined you are.
Yeah? Does he? Does he want to see how resourceful and determined we are to fucking break into his office and steal data from his computer? What? We probably have his nudes now, too. Like, that can't be part of his master plan. Like, literally, Okay, sure. Sure, this is part of his Dr. Russell's master plan. He thinks 10 steps ahead. He's playing 4D fucking chess with us. Whatever. Paul smiles with relief. I bet he thought he was going to be expelled. Poor guy.
So I suppose congratulations are in order. You've passed your test.
He says so with the same cold face he was using before, making me feel slightly uneasy. Ignoring the feeling, I grin and pat his shoulder. Thanks, so I bet you won't say a word to the janitor, right? We'll leave the door shut and everything exactly as we found it, so don't worry. And I better hurry back home if I really want to finish the task. I close the office with the key and walk back towards the toilet to return it with Paul at my heels. Hey, are you sure this is alright? He won't alert the janitor or the security guard? Nah, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure he's in Dr. Russell's team. I've seen him around here before. The uneasiness doesn't leave me while we set the closet door in the toilet almost as it was before, and I go back to the building entrance. We say goodbye to the janitor with relieved smiles. Even though he took literally like half an hour or an hour in there, he doesn't seem to care, like, at all. Nobody has stopped us and no alarm has been heard. Still, I'll make sure to have a word with this guy tomorrow when I go back to Dr. Russell's office. Oh, is this our bedroom? Paul and I part ways, my friend already yawning, and I can come back home excited to work on my task, now with all the data within my grasp. Even with all the details, doing the calculations and arriving at a final conclusion isn't easy at all, and I end up working until the first light at dawn. To my surprise, the guy from last night is in Dr. Russell's office when I knock on his door the next day. Ooh, I think we might be going for this guy, guys. I mean, isn't he? Isn't he pretty good? He's a lot better than Dr. Russell. I don't have time for Dr. Russell's shit. And maybe our straight friend. I don't know. Maybe we can get with our straight friend. I don't know. In fact, he's the one who opens the door for me while our teacher is talking on the phone and giving us his back. Hey, thank you for last night. He shrugs, wearing the same cold expression as the day before, and the same outfit as the day before. P.U. What an outfit repeater. I'm starting to wonder if he ever smiles. It's okay. Come in, Terse. Dr. Russell's finished his phone call, it seems. Have you met BL? BL? Bile? BL? Have you met BL before? He's in a different field, biodiversity, but he's also working with me. Oh, so that's why he looks so familiar, but we hadn't shared any classes. I wonder what his task is in Dr. Russell's team. Beale nods as a greeting and leaves the office, closing the door behind him. I approach Dr. Russell and place my memory bracelet near his computer. He arches one eyebrow with a half smile, tugging a corner of his mouth before clicking to accept the data transfer. So you managed to find a solution. Let's see what we have here. Hold on. Sit down, please, while I read your report. I do as he says, and I can't help but smirk. I don't want to look smug in his eyes, but I feel really satisfied with myself right now. Breaking and entering, stealing private data. How could he not be impressed now? His eyes scan the screen for barely 2 minutes before a wide smile appears on his face. Well, not bad. Your solution is the one we finally decided on. But I must admit, it was one of the few we discussed before finding the perfect one. He doesn't mention the missing data. Ha! Does that mean I passed the test? He gets up from his chair and offers me a hand for a handshake. Welcome to the team. Oh, okay. Well, that was easy. Yahoo! This is so great! I'm so happy for you, Terse! I know! I can't stop grinning. We're having a round of beers to celebrate and everyone comes to pat my back to congratulate me. When it's again my two best mates and me alone at our table, I can't stop talking, overly excited. And you know, Mark is really a genius. Who's Mark? Oh. Mark? Since when is Dr. Russell Mark? She and Paul look at each other, then start laughing at me. Oh, there's a little laugh. He's told me to call him Mark, okay? Stop laughing. When I finally got all the data lying there in front of me, at first I didn't know what to do. Man, the temperature in Alaya might be similar to Earth, but the precipitations can be the same rain we've got here, or suddenly change into strong solid amounts of acid. Even the hailstones with the same chemical composition as ours can be extreme and hard to handle. Wow, then thank God people will be covered by a dome. Yes, of course. When the weather is fine, we'll be able to go outside the dome with just an oxygen tank. But designing a dome that will be resistant enough to the precipitations, while at the same time allowing the sunlight to come through, and durable, of course, it has to be designed to last for some centuries. And has Dr. Ross's team managed to do that? Well, of course they're still working on it, but the solution Mark has found is making a double-layer dome. The first layer will protect the city below from the destructive precipitations, but at the same time allow rainwater to filter. The second inner layer will help support the outer one, maximize the light fed by it, so the inhabitants won't have a decrease of light due to the system. So it won't feel as living inside a greenhouse. No, of course not. It'll all be living like outside and getting the sunlight directly, or so we hope. Paul and Lila giggle again. I suppose it's because that I've used... Wait, what? Paul and Lila giggle again. I suppose it's because that I've used. Hey, they can mock me as much as they want. I'm already a member of the team. And the rainwater will go down between the two layers and be collected to be used for the inhabitants' needs. Isn't it genius? Was it Mark's idea? Yes, it was. Lila raises her empty beer with a grin. Alright guys, votes to continue this somewhere else. It's already dinner time. I can feel all the exhaustion catching up with me at that very moment. Have some pity. Tears barely slept the last 2 nights. We can party on the weekend. I want to agree, but I catch myself nodding off. Don't sleep on top of the table, dude. How embarrassing. Was it that embarrassing? Well guys, we did some breaking and entering today. I think I'm going to end this episode here. Hopefully in the next episode we'll get with BL, if that's how you say his name. I don't like this whole Mark thing. We're getting really close with our professor and I don't like it. But yeah, hopefully we'll get with BL and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.